At the start, we see a girl named Xiaoxi. She's pregnant and went to the hospital for a checkup. A nurse asks, "Where is your husband? Why didn't he come with you?" Xiaoxi replies, "He was too busy to come." The nurse reassures her, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." Meanwhile, we see Ho-jun, the CEO of an entertainment company, in his office. He's very handsome and wealthy. As Xiaoxi leaves the hospital, her stepsister Yaoxi approaches her. Yaoxi accuses her, "You've gone too far. You're pregnant and want Luhan to think he's the father, even though the baby isn't his." Xiaoxi replies, "The baby is Luhan's." Yaoxi accuses her, "You're blackmailing him into marrying you." At that moment, Luhan arrives. Yaoxi tells him, "The baby is yours." Luhan denies it, saying, "It's not my baby, and I'm not marrying you. I love Yaoxi." Then he leaves with Yaoxi. Xiaoxi is heartbroken and suspects that Yaoxi is lying and trying to steal Luhan from her. On her way home, Xiaoxi gets into an accident. In the next scene, she's back in the hospital. She has lost a lot of blood and needs to deliver the baby immediately. The doctors perform an emergency C-section. When Xiaoxi wakes up, she asks, "Where is my baby?" Her stepmother and Yaoxi tell her, "Your baby is dead, and you will never be able to be a mother." Xiaoxi is devastated and insists, "You're lying! Bring me my baby!" Yaoxi tells her, "We don't know who the baby's father really is, and if the truth comes out, our company's stock will fall." Her mother agrees and says, "We'll send the baby abroad to cover things up." Xiaoxi begs them, "Please don't take my baby away." But they leave her alone, crying and helpless. 5 years later, Xiaoxi is still thinking about her child. She believes her baby is dead. Her assistant reminds her, "You have an audition in 2 days, and you should prepare." The day of the audition, her stepmother Shishu tries to stop her, saying, "The role is meant for Yaoxi." Xiaoxi stands up to her, "Let me audition." Angered, Shishu locks her in a room to prevent her from going. Meanwhile, Ho-jun is still searching for his lost child. While Xiaoxi is locked in the room, a boy named Bao Bao shows up. She tells him, "I won't hurt you," and gives her a magic lollipop, saying, "You will find your family." Suddenly, the lights go out, and Bao Bao gets scared, hugging Xiaoxi. She asks, "Are you afraid of the dark?" But he remains silent. Xiaoxi thinks that if her baby were alive, he'd be the same age as Bao Bao. Noticing gas leakage in the room, Xiaoxi tells Bao Bao, "Leave quickly and find someone to help. Don't worry, you'll be fine." Bao Bao leaves, and Xiaoxi faints. Bao Bao finds his father, Ho-jun, and tells him everything. Ho-jun orders his men, "Open the door!" When he sees Xiaoxi, he recognizes her immediately and rescues her. Xiaoxi wakes up in a strange place and remembers she was supposed to go for audition. Ho-jun enters the room, and Xiaoxi recognizes him, thinking, "I've met him before." Ho-jun is happy to see her and says, "I remember you." Xiaoxi asks, "Did you save me yesterday?" Ho-jun looking sad. Then she asks, "How is Bao Bao?" Ho-jun tells her, "He's fine." Xiaoxi scolds him, "You shouldn't leave your child alone like that." Ho-jun's brother, Brother Lin, enters the room. He thanks Xiaoxi. "Thank you for saving Bao Bao's life." He asks, "What do you want in return?" Xiaoxi replies, "I don't want anything. I just want to thank Bao Bao for saving my life. If you still want to give me something, give me an opportunity." Brother Lin is impressed. Ho-jun is pleased too, though Brother Lin warns him it's too soon. Confused by their conversation, Xiaoxi tells them, "You've misunderstood me. I know about biotechnology and want to work on a project." However, the brothers misinterpret her request. Brother Lin tells her, "I like you. Do you want to marry into a wealthy family?" Ho-jun agrees but adds, "If you want to marry into our family, you must marry me." Xiaoxi declines, saying, "I'm not interested in marrying into a rich family. All I want is a chance to prove myself. If you can't give me that, it's fine." Xiaoxi eventually makes it to her audition. The director initially refuses to let her audition, but after seeing her performance, he changes his mind, saying, "I'll consider you." In the end, Xiaoxi gets the role. Meanwhile, Bao Bao causes trouble in the house, not eating and drinking anything. His only request is, "I want to see Xiaoxi again." Ho-jun takes Xiaoxi home. Xiaoxi sees some uninvited guests and feels confused. She thanks Bao Bao, saying, "If you hadn't been there that day, I wouldn't be alive." Bao Bao, a clever child, falls asleep on Xiaoxi's lap. He has planned everything to bring Xiaoxi and Ho-jun together. Ho-jun carries his son to the bedroom and puts him to sleep. He tells Xiaoxi, "I'll stay the night." Xiaoxi agrees and says, "Okay, I'll prepare everything." Later, Ho-jun explains her, "Bao Bao wanted to see you because he was scared and only trusts you." Xiaoxi asks, "Can't Bao Bao speak?" Ho-jun replies, "He can, but he chooses not to talk." Romantic tension rises. Ho-jun asks, have you ever thought about marrying me? Xiaoxi panics inside, wondering if Hojun would still marry me if he knew I'm pregnant once and can't have children anymore. But she changes the subject and says, your product helped me remove my dark circles. Hojun moves closer and holds her hand, explaining, you need to use it this way for better results. Xiaoxi says, thanks, I didn't know that. Meanwhile, Yaoshi's assistant brings her a news. Xiaoxi auditioned and got the role of the second female lead. Yaoshi is shocked and say, how did this happen? You were supposed to keep an eye on her. Then, she whispers a new plan to her assistant. Back at Hojun's house, Bao Bao is causing trouble. He breaks things in the house. Uncle Lin asks, what are you doing? Then Hojun arrives angry. He asks, why are you misbehaving? But Bao Bao ignores him, insisting, I want to see Xiaoxi. Hojun warns him, stop or there will be consequences. Brother Lin tells Hojun, calm down, he's just a child. But Hojun insists he needs to be disciplined. Hojun starts scolding Bao Bao, and Brother Lin calls Xiaoxi for help. He says, come quickly or Bao Bao will be in trouble. Xiaoxi asks, what happened? But Lin only says, you need to see for yourself. When Xiaoxi arrives, Hojun is about to beat Bao Bao. She tells him, stop, he's just a small child and hasn't had mother's love. You should be kinder. Hojun listens silently. Then Xiaoxi feels like she's overstepped. She apologizes, I shouldn't have interfered. But Hojun tells her, you're not an outsider. I got carried away. Xiaoxi then asks Bao Bao, why were you causing trouble? Bao Bao holds her hand and Xiaoxi realizes and says, you did it so I would come. She teases him, you're blackmailing your father, but you're very clever. She reassures Bao Bao, I won't go anywhere. Hojun watching them, and they both sleep together. Later that night, Bao Bao wakes up and massages Xiaoxi's face. Hojun comes in and gently tells Bao Bao, stop, I'll teach you how to do it properly. In the morning, Hojun asks Xiaoxi, did you sleep well? She apologizes, sorry, I fell asleep here. Hojun says, I have a request. Can you stay for a few days? Xiaoxi hesitates. It's not appropriate for me to stay. But Hojun insists, I don't know what to do if Bao Bao acts up at night. Bao Bao hugs Xiaoxi, and she agrees. Okay, I'll help. I owe Bao Bao for saving my life. Hojun assures her she doesn't need to bring anything from home. I've already arranged everything. You can come anytime, he says. Xiaoxi is surprised, joking. What if I run away and leave your house empty? Hojun laughs and says, I trust you. He adds, if you have any conditions, I'm willing to meet them. Xiaoxi is shocked by his offer. The next morning, Xiaoxi arrives on the movie set. She's ready to face her stepsister Xiaoxi, who she blames for ruining her life. The two sisters confront each other, and Yaoshi tries to slap Xiaoxi, but Xiaoxi blocks her and slaps Yaoshi twice and calls her a snake. I won't let you go this time. At that moment, the director arrives. Yaoshi tells him, she slapped me, but the director thinks it's part of the performance and praises them both for their acting. During a break, Xiaoxi's assistant tells her about a change in the shooting schedule. They're going to shoot the 5th scene instead of the 56th. Xiaoxi realizes, Yaoshi is trying to humiliate me, but she calmly asks her assistant, bring the script. When shooting starts, Xiaoxi gives an amazing performance, shocking Yaoshi. Later, Yaoshi asks her assistant, how did she manage to learn the script so quickly? The director praises Xiaoxi for her acting, and Yaoshi burns with jealousy, secretly taking pictures of them to cause trouble. Luhan comes to Xiaoxi and praises her for her performance. He says, when Yaoshi told me about you, I didn't believe it, but you've changed a lot. I hope you'll admit your mistakes. Confused, Xiaoxi asks, what did I do wrong? Hujin shows her a picture and accuses her, you're getting too close to the director. Did you get the role by doing this? Xiaoxi is hurt, telling him, you haven't changed at all. You still believe Yaoshi's lies. Luhan says, a girl like you shouldn't be in the entertainment industry. It's not good for you. Xiaoxi replies, okay, now I will listen to you. You left me, didn't you? Have you forgotten that? Luhan responds, yes, I broke off our engagement, but I intended to marry you in the future, so I can help you. Stop being stubborn, take as much money as you want, just stay away from this industry. Xiaoxi gets angry and says, you always misunderstand me. Why aren't you telling the truth? Yaoshi drugged me and sent me to the wrong room. She is the one who is wrong. Luhan replies, yes, but I wasn't there. I don't know who you were with that night. Xiaoxi says, I am the one who is wrong. It was my fault. I got into the accident myself, causing my baby to die. Yaoshi is innocent. She didn't do anything wrong. That's what you wanted to hear, right? Luhan tells her, that's not what I meant. Why don't you forget the past? She asks, how can I forget what happened to me? If it were Yaoshi, would you tell her the same? I don't care about you people. I'm leaving. As she tries to leave, Luhan stops her. Xiaoxi gets angry and slaps him. She says, "Look, the snake has come too. You saw what he was doing to me." Luhan responds, "I didn't do anything." Xiaoxi tells him, "Okay, I'm showing mercy on you. Remember this slap." In the next scene, we see Xiaoxi outside, sad about her past. Thinking about it makes her upset, so she starts to drink. On the other hand, Hojun is at home with his lonely son, Bao Bao, who looks sad as he waits for Xiaoxi. Hojun reassures him, "Don't worry, she promised she would definitely come." Bao Bao is still sad. Seeing this, Hojun says, "I will go and bring her." As he leaves, Bao Bao stops him. Hojun says, "Don't stop me. It's very late. I have to find her." "You wait. I just went out and came back." Hojun leaves the house and goes straight to Xiaoxi. He calls her continuously, but she doesn't answer. Then he hears her ringtone and understands she is nearby. He enters the room and finds Xiaoxi sleeping on the sofa. He says, "Wake up, let's go home." Xiaoxi does not wake up. Hojun tries to wake her and asks, "Are you okay?" Xiaoxi asks him, "Are you not Luhan? Who are you?" He replies, "I am Hojun. Let's go." She responds, "That's a lie. You can't be Hojun. Tell me who you are." Hojun asks, "How can I convince you that I am Hojun?" Xiaoxi insists, "Okay, show me your ID card. Let's see who you really are. Show me quickly." Hojun tells her, "Calm down. I am Hojun." They look at each other and they feel a connection. Xiaoxi starts to cry emotionally. Seeing this, Hojun hugs her and says, "I didn't mean to hurt you." Xiaoxi pleads, "Stay with me. Don't go away from me." He assures her, "Okay, baby. I am not going anywhere. I am here." Then Hojun takes her home and puts her on the sofa. The next morning, Xiaoxi wakes up and asks, "What's wrong with your hand? Was it bitten by a dog?" Hojun replies, "Yes. You should bite it again and check. Then you will know." Xiaoxi feels embarrassed and says, No, sorry. I asked the wrong question. I was drunk last night. I don't remember how I got here." He tells her, "You drank too much. You didn't even recognize me. I brought you here. Don't drink outside again, okay?" She responds, "I understand. Thank you." In the next scene, Hojun is in a meeting when he receives a call from Xiaoxi. The call gets picked up accidentally, and the speaker is on. Xiaoxi asks, "Are you busy?" He replies, "Yes, what happened?" She says, "Can you come soon? I promised Bao Bao that I would take him out. If you are busy, don't come. I will take him out. If there's an emergency, I won't be able to handle it. It would be better if you come." He responds, "Okay, I will be there in 5 minutes." Then he cancels the meeting and leaves. The employees say, "The boss doesn't listen to us." A call comes and he leaves. Wow, what a thing. On the other hand, Xiaoxi tells Bao Bao, "Your dad is coming. Are you happy now?" After a day of wandering around, they return home. As usual, Xiaoxi must stay there. She asks Bao Bao, "Can I sleep with you tonight so you can sleep peacefully?" Bao Bao agrees. Hojun says, "Your bed is very small. Auntie won't fit in it." Then Hojun signals to Bao Bao and tells him to take her to his bedroom. The clever Bao Bao complies. When they reach the room, Xiaoxi sees the bed and realizes this is not Bao Bao's room, but his father's. She asks Bao Bao, "Is this room yours? How can I sleep here? This is wrong." Hearing this, Bao Bao feels sad. Just then, Hojun comes in and asks Xiaoxi, "Don't you like my bedroom? It's quite large. Can't you sleep here?" Xiaoxi insists, "I can't sleep here. I will sleep in Bao Bao's room." Hojun tells his son, "Bring a pillow quickly. We will sleep together, okay?" Bao Bao leaves. After Bao Bao leaves, Hojun romantically asks Xiaoxi, "Why are you worried? Marry me, and everything will be settled. You don't have any other choice. I will get married first, and then I will fall in love. Marry me, and love will happen automatically." Hojun's romantic words make Xiaoxi nervous. She thinks, "How will I escape? This man is getting romantic, and I am running out of breath." Hojun asks her, "Why are you scared? I am not a stranger." She responds, "Why should I be scared? You are not a ghost. Just step back a little. Let me breathe." Hojun doesn't move back. He is still in a flirty mood. Before things get too intense, Hojun receives a call. Though he doesn't want to, he has to answer it and leaves. After he leaves, Xiaoxi thinks, "Staying with this man is suicidal. Where did I get stuck?" Xiaoxi then tells Bao Bao, "You are very sweet. I am staying here only for you. This massager is from your dad's company. While giving a face massage, I will tell you a story, and you will sleep peacefully." Xiaoxi lulls Bao Bao to sleep with a lullaby. Then she also falls asleep beside him. When Hojun comes back, he sees both of them sleeping together. Then he takes Bao Bao to his room and sleeps beside Xiaoxi. The next morning, both father and son wake up first. Later, Xiaoxi wakes up. "Good morning," Hojun wishes her. "Why does Bao Bao look sad? What's the matter?" Xiaoxi asks. Hearing this, Bao Bao looks at his dad. Then, Xiaoxi receives a call. She tells Bao Bao, I have to go. Eat breakfast peacefully. I'm leaving. As she is leaving, Bao Bao holds her hand. Hao Jun says, you haven't said goodbye to him. That's why he is upset. Hearing this, Xiaoxi starts laughing and says, sorry, I forgot. Take care of yourself. After she leaves, Hao Jun asks his son, I don't know what you want. If you can't speak, so write it down so I can understand what is going on in your head. Bao Bao writes, Dad, you are a cheater. Why did you separate me from her? He replies, stupid. You were the one who wanted her to be your mom. If she loves me, she will become your mom. Tell me, do you want her to be your mom or not? Bao Bao writes, no, she will be my wife, not yours. Understand? Dad says, get out of here. This is not possible. She will marry me, not you. In the next sense, the assistant posts in a group and writes, the one who sent them burgers last night is Xiaoxi's ex-boyfriend. He also sent them coffee, and today's lunch is from him. How can a Xiaoxi leave such a boyfriend? When Xiaoxi reaches the studio, two men come and meet her. It's been a long time. We haven't met, one of them says. Who is he? The other man asks. You know her? Xiaoxi, you left me and became his girlfriend. After listening to these, Xiaoxi says, you both need to improve your acting skills. I don't know who invited you here. I am ready to pay double. Tell me who sent you here. Hearing this, both men look at each other. Then she says, if you do this again, I will complain to the police. I will file a case that will keep you in jail for life. The production manager comes and tells them, this is a studio. You can't come here. Get out of here right now. The two girls standing there say, wow, this girl is very lucky. She has many boyfriends. That's why she doesn't lack anything. It's not so easy to become famous. You have to do a lot of things for it. Today, I have seen it with my own eyes. Yaoxi's assistant is listening to their conversation and looks very happy. She tells them, don't forget to thank Xiaoxi's ex-boyfriends. All her boyfriends are rich. She will always treat us for free. Then Yaoxi comes. She tells Xiaoxi, you are moving very fast. You have made so many boyfriends. They are all handsome. Thanks for the coffee. Xiaoxi replies, of course. All my boyfriends are very nice. Don't get behind them. You keep chasing other people's boyfriends. Do whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. After hearing this, Yaoxi gets angry. Then she is about to slap Xiaoxi, but Luhan stops her. Yaoxi tells him, what are you doing here? We were not fighting. I was just joking with my sister. Here comes Hao Jun too. His entry has shocked everyone. Let's go, he tells Xiaoxi. Then, both of them start looking at each other with dangerous eyes. People say, here comes another boyfriend. Oh, wow, this is Hao Jun, the CEO. I wish he had come earlier. It would be a lot of fun. Xiaoxi is a cunning girl. She has many boys trapped. Hao Jun ignores everyone and tells Xiaoxi, leave. I'm taking you away. Yaoxi's heart is shattered. This is what she wanted. A lady announces, there are free beauty products from Hao Jun for everyone. All the ladies are happy. Wow, what a thing. We got so much for free. Meanwhile, Xiaoxi asks Hao Jun after reaching home, was it necessary to do so much? There are more than 100 crew members. Was it necessary to distribute free products? He replies, it doesn't matter. I can do anything for you, she asks. When did you become my fiancé? You announced it without asking me, he says. Now it doesn't matter. I love you. So, from today, you are my fiancé. There is no time for thinking. You have to marry me. Tell me what you want. Xiaoxi is in deep thought. She smiles and tells him, you have changed a lot, and doesn't say anything else. Hao Jun is quiet. He doesn't try to ask her again. In the next scene, we see both of them together. The scene is very romantic. Both are looking at each other. Xiaoxi is also starting to like Hao Jun. When Hao Jun tries to get more romantic, Xiaoxi steps back. Xiaoxi has a script in her hand. This means that both of them were rehearsing. Actually, the next day, Xiaoxi has to shoot a romantic scene with the hero. This is what they were practicing for. Xiaoxi tells Hao Jun, thanks for helping me. This has helped me a lot. He tells her, if there is any other scene, we can rehearse. I have a lot of time. She says, no, I only had an issue with this scene. Now everything is all right. Thanks for helping me. I'm going to change my clothes. After she leaves, Hao Jun's heart is beating very fast. He wants to make Xiaoxi his bride. Then, Hao Jun goes after Xiaoxi. He forgot that she went to change clothes. He opens the door and realizes his mistake. Then he says, you didn't lock the door? She says, oh, I forgot to lock the door. Do you need anything? Hao Jun enters the room and goes to Xiaoxi. He tells her, fiancé, marry me. I'm serious. I want to hear your answer. Tell me what you think. Hearing this, Xiaoxi feels nervous. After a while, she tells him, you are very handsome. Your eyes are also beautiful. Did anyone tell you this? Before she could say anything else, Hojun holds her hand and asks her, "Do you like me? Tell me yes or no." Xiaoxi does like Hojun, but ignoring him intentionally, because Yaoshi told her that she can't be a mother anymore. That's why she is not saying anything to Hojun. The next morning, Xiaoxi reaches the studio. Mr. Shen is there and tells the director, "People are talking about Xiaoxi. This is why other artists are not able to work peacefully. What do you want to say about this?" The director says, "I asked Xiaoxi about it. She said that it's all a lie. People are deliberately defaming her." Mr. Shen says, "Okay, this shouldn't happen again. If anything goes wrong, we will have to remove Xiaoxi." Xiaoxi is listening to all this and feel very sad. The director also looks worried. Just then, a crew member comes and tells him, "Lin Tao has refused to play this role." The director asks him, "Why are you looking at me? Go and find a replacement." At that moment, Hu Jun's voice, "I'm here now. Everything will be fine." Xiaoxi is looking at him in shock. Hu Jun comes to her and asks her, "Don't you recognize me? You are my first and last love." The director wanted a replacement. The scene got shot perfectly. Ho Jun's mother has returned from abroad. When she sees her son's picture in the magazine, she is very angry. She says, "Stop, I'll tell you everything." In the next scene, Hu Jun's mom tells Hu Jun, "Good job, son. You have taken good care of the company. When I was at the airport, many girls were talking about you. You have become quite famous." In the next scene, we see the Shen family at home. They are having lunch together. Mom tells her, "Hu Jun, you have grown old, but you are still single. I talked to your dad. He also wants you to get married. You are always busy. You don't have time to take care of Bao Bao. Now it's time for you to marry a good girl." After hearing this, Lin tells him, "Brother, Mom is right." Mom says, "Son, you didn't answer my question. Look at Bao Bao. He is not eating or drinking." After listening to this, Lin says, "Mom, brother has found a girl. He chose her himself." Mom is surprised and asks him, "Are you lying?" He says, "No, Mom. Why would I lie to you?" Mom asks Ho Jun, "Is he telling the truth?" Just then, Bao Bao receives a call from Xiaoxi. He picks up the phone and she tells Bao Bao, "I'm eating. The more you eat, the faster you will grow up." Bao Bao agrees and starts eating. Mom is shocked seeing this. She tells Ho Jun, "Wow, this girl is very good. You needed a new brand ambassador for the office. You should bring this girl to the company." Lin tells, "Mom, are you looking for a daughter-in-law or a brand ambassador?" Hearing this, Mom says, "Shut up, you stupid." Xiaoxi's eyes start to twitch suddenly. She thinks something good is going to happen. On the other hand, Luhan meets Yaoshi. He tells Yaoshi, "My mom is back from abroad. She wants to see you. Get ready, she might come anytime." She says, "This is good. I want to meet her too." Luhan tells her, "Don't get nervous when you meet Mom. She likes kind people. She will definitely like your beauty." Yaoshi says, "I understand. You can leave it to me. I will perform well." Meanwhile, Ho Jun is in the office. His assistant tells him, "Xiaoxi is coming back home today. Your two aunties have arrived with their daughters. Are you worried?" He tells him, "Why should I be worried? Mom is here. She'll handle everything." On the other hand, there are many guests at Ho Jun's home. An auntie tells Madam Shen, "My daughter has grown up. Ho Jun is her childhood friend. I had decided that I would get her married to Ho Jun." The daughter says, "Sorry, auntie." Mom says, "Nonsense, don't take her seriously." Just then, Xiaoxi enters. Seeing her, the aunties are upset and say, "This is the actress Xiaoxi. She has had many scandals recently." The daughter says, "Yes, Mom, she has a lot of boyfriends. Now she is going around with Ho Jun. She is very cunning. She knows how to trap boys." Her mom says, "Yes, she didn't even spare her sister. What a selfish girl." After listening to all their gossip, Madam Shen tells Xiaoxi, "Come and sit down." Meanwhile, Yaoshi is in a restaurant. She tells Luhan on call, "I'm here. You should come soon." He says, "I'm on my way." Just then, a waiter comes and accidentally spills water on Yaoshi's clothes. Yaoshi gets angry and says, "Don't you know how to serve?" Waiter says, "Sorry, madam. Take the dry cleaning money from me." She says, "You can't even afford one button." Then Luhan and his mom arrive. Seeing them, Yaoshi acts like a good girl and says, "Waiter, no problem. It's just water. I will clean it myself." Luhan's mom asks her, "Are you the one my son likes?" She says, "Yes, auntie. My name is Yaoshi. Please sit down." Meanwhile, Madam Shen giving Xiaoxi a family necklace. She tells her, "It looks good on you." Seeing this, the auntie says, "What are you doing? This necklace is your family's. Only your future daughter-in-law can wear it." Hearing this, Madam Shen says, "I will give it to whoever I want. This girl is going to be my daughter-in-law. I hope you like her as much as I do." "Listen, Xiaoxi, don't take their words seriously. You didn't answer their silly questions. I liked that. When I started this company, people were saying the same things. If I had taken their words seriously, I wouldn't be here today. Xiaoxi tells her, Auntie, I and Hojun are just friends. Hearing this, Madam Shen smiles and says, Okay, I understand. My son is such an idiot. He doesn't even know how to impress a girl. He will have to work harder. Meanwhile, the assistant tells Hojun, Boss, everything is ready. Luhan's mom says to Yoshi, Earlier you were very angry. When your eyes fell on me, you became good. Luhan was saying that you are kind, you were acting in front of me. Yoshi says, Auntie, I'm not like that. I'm sorry for my attitude. Let's have dinner together. Her mom tells her, Just no, eat by yourself. I don't have time. Luhan tells Yaoshi, Mom was here and listened to everything. You have done a big mistake. Hearing this, Yaoshi is shocked. Now, she has failed miserably. Next morning, when Yaoshi is at the set, her dad arrives. The director says, Sir, you are a busy man. Thanks for coming here. Then the director asks Yaoshi, Can you record this advertisement? Yaoshi agrees and says, Okay, I will record it now. When she starts recording the advertisement, someone starts making a secret video. Meanwhile, Xiaoxi is also present in the studio. Her assistant tells her, Madam Shen is live. You should watch too. Hojun's mom starts talking about their beauty products. Then she announces, We are going to appoint a new brand ambassador. Our customers suggested 2 names. One is Xiaoxi and the other is Yaoshi. We will let you decide who to choose. After listening to this announcement, she says, This is a great opportunity for me. I won't miss it. The assistant asks her, Can you record the advertisement? Xiaoxi says, Okay, I will do it now. After recording the advertisement, when Xiaoxi leaves the room, she faces her dad. She says, What are you doing here? Get out of here before someone sees you. Dad tells her, How rude, you are talking to your dad. Xiaoxi says, I'm just using common language. Hearing this, her dad gets angry and tries to slap her. Xiaoxi holds his hand and tells him, You have no right to hit me. 5 years ago, you left me. You didn't believe a word I said. You've lost your respect. Her dad says, You have many scandals going on. You should leave this role and quit this industry. You are bringing shame to the Shen family. Our company is facing losses. Xiaoxi tells him, Why should I leave? I got this role with my hard work. I am not ashamed. Tell your daughter to stop making conspiracies. She is deliberately defaming me. Then Yaoshi arrives and asks them, What are you talking about? Dad tells her, This girl is defaming me. She needs to resign. Yaoshi tells, Dad, she is your daughter. Give her a chance. She has started acting again. Dad says, Shut up. I only have one daughter, and that's you. Then, Madam Shen arrives and tells her dad, Yaoshi should resign. She gives Xiaoxi the investment contract and tells her, My dear daughter-in-law, I am giving you this product. Consider this a meeting gift. After hearing this, Yaoshi says, Miss Shen, you are very powerful. You were scared that I would become the brand ambassador. Madam Shen tells her, I don't do injustice to anyone. I tested your character. You are not who you seem to be. Look at this video. After recording the video, she said some wrong things. Yaoshi is exposed. Madam Shen tells her, I gave you a chance, but you wasted it. So I chose Xiaoxi as the brand ambassador. Xiaoxi is very happy, but her wicked stepsister is furious. Meanwhile, the assistant put some documents in front of Hojun. After reviewing them, Hojun says, Finally, I got the evidence. Then he gave all the proof to the police. In the next scene, Xiaoxi is walking when a van stops near her. Some goons catch Xiaoxi and take her with them. Xiaoxi is screaming. Then Yaoshi arrives and tells Xiaoxi, Why did you return from abroad? You ruined me. Xiaoxi says, Why did you kidnap me? I didn't do anything wrong to you. Yaoshi tells her, You took everything from me. Now I won't let you go. Xiaoxi tells, Calm down. You will not gain anything from this. Yaoshi says, I drugged you that night so I could create a scandal, but unfortunately, things didn't go as I planned. Now, you are going to die, so I will tell you one thing. I made you have the accident so you and your baby could die. Hearing this, Xiaoxi asks, Is my baby alive? Please tell me. Yaoshi tells her, Oh, you want to see him? But unfortunately, your wish will not be fulfilled. Just then, Hojun arrives. After beating everyone, Hojun reaches Xiaoxi. Then Yaoshi kicks the chair and runs away. Hojun throws a knife to cut the rope, and he catches Xiaoxi. In a flashback, we see that Hojun was with Xiaoxi that night. They never met after that. When Xiaoxi had the accident, Hojun was with her, but Xiaoxi doesn't remember this. After the baby's birth, Yaoshi and her stepmom lied to Xiaoxi and said, Your baby is dead and you can't be a mother anymore. Then they forcibly sent Xiaoxi abroad. The police have surrounded Yaoshi from all sides. Meanwhile, Xiaoxi asks Hojun, "Are you okay?" He says, "Yes, thank God I reached on time." Lin and Bao Bao also came, and Bao Bao is finally speaking. Mom, I am here." Xiaoxi becomes emotional. Both of them hug. Then Hojun says, "It hurts a lot." Xiaoxi goes to him and asks him, "Where did you get hurt?" He says, "I got hurt in my heart. Only you can heal it." Bao Bao tells them, "Dad is very clever. He never changes. He only thinks about himself." Lin tells him, "Brother, you are great." This drama ends here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to watch more dramas like this, please subscribe.